Welcome to the Content Blurs. We are your hosts, and we're coming to you today with the Zack Snyder Justice League trailer reaction. So we're going to watch this. We're going to give you guys our reaction on it, and then we're also going to talk about the big news recently in The Mandalorian with some changes that they've made to that roster, primarily Gina getting cut. So we'll just do a discussion on that. So we're going to go through this. We're going to play it. We're going to give our thoughts on it, and then we'll get right into The Mandalorian. So we're not going to hold you too long, but we're going to get stuff cracking. So you guys ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Let's get into it.
The bell's been rung.
Was that Lex Luthor? Is that him talking?
That sounds like him.
Yeah,
Either him or Wonder Woman.
The god is dead.
Yeah, that's Lex talking about soup.
I had a dream. Almost like a premonition.
Ooh.
There's an attack coming.
Apocalypse.
My lord.
He was making fun of his head.
I need warriors. I'm building an alliance to defend ourselves.
How do you know your team's strong enough? If you can't bring down the charging bush, then don't wave the red cape at it.
Soup with the black logo.
You were sent here for a reason.
Did Apocalypse help? Oh, no, Apocalypse did
the
Dark Side have to have a hammer?
Find out what that reason is.
Woo!
That black suit.
Man, that black suit hard.
It is.
That is hard.
He said the age of heroes would never come again.
Oh, this is nasty.
Yo.
Woo!
Hey, that's cold.
It has to.
The real version.
We live in a society where honor is a distant memory. Isn't that right? Batman.
Bruh. What?
Was that Jared Leto?
Yes, bro. He looked different though. Like
he looked a little different. Like
he looked a little bit different. Hold on, let me take this.
Then his other one.
Yeah, bro. He definitely looked like vastly different. It seemed like he just had some long hair. So he's got a SWAT jacket on. Oh yeah, way different.
He does look different. Like,
yeah, he got the long hair going.
Yeah.
All right. What are your thoughts on like what you just saw, T. Will?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm loving the black Superman outfit. That's real cold. I'm really liking what I'm seeing about them bringing Jared Leto back for the Joker, because I really want to see, what he really had to offer as far as his Joker role. So we'll see how big that role is going to be in this one. But for the most part, I'm liking the changes that Snyder's coming with this version.
Nah, I'm with you on that. Hold on 1 second. We got some weird stuff going on here with this thing. But I'm with you. Like it's definitely it's definitely his own version of it. I feel like we only got a little bit of him because of the Suicide Squad or whatever. Like it wasn't that much, and like people either liked it or hated it because it's like you already know, me and you both, we were huge fans, and I think you actually really put me on it of Heath Ledger. I remember you having a poster of his Joker and everything, and that was just kind of a hard act to follow, right? Like we kind of saw Joaquin Phoenix do it. He did an admirable job of doing it, but it was hard for his Joker to follow after that. So now this is kind of like another crack at it for him to kind of bring his Joker to the light and put his kind of spin on it. And it seems pretty dope. Like even if Joker is only in it for a little bit, it's still dope to see all of these characters in one movie. Like that's just for them to have Darkseid. I forget the dude that was in the original one, but the dude with the big hammerhead looking thing, him. I think they also dropped something about someone related to Darkseid also being in this. It's another big bad that they have as well. I think her name is like Goddess or something like that. So it's dope that they're gonna put all of this in one movie. I just think that it's dope that they like, all right, that first Justice League was trash. We just gonna like redo this and do it the right way with having Zack Snyder come in and put his kind of frame on what it is. Stephen Wolf, thank you. Delta Kilo is in the comments. Stephen Wolf, it's just crazy, bro, because like this started literally on Twitter. It was like DC fans were upset because Zack Snyder like left. They had somebody else take it over. It went in a bad direction, and we all saw the end result. It was a bad movie.
Yeah.
The fact that people were like, the actors, this whole movement about release the Snyder cut became a thing. It's almost similar to like the Jimmy Woo thing, right? It wasn't until people on Twitter after watching WandaVision were like, we want a Jimmy Woo series, that now it's actually like happening. So it's crazy that they were able to make this deal, go back and still get a budget to do reshoots and add CGI and all of this crazy stuff to it, simply because it was like, nah, like we demand more. Like, and I think that could be a trend that we'll see possibly going forward with other movies. Like we've already talked about it on here, where they're going to reshoot the Star Wars trilogy over because people weren't satisfied with what they got, which is crazy, but it's not too crazy. Like I actually like the idea, but it's crazy that actual movie executives and stuff are just like, all right, if y'all don't like this, we're going to like scrap this whole thing and like redo this whole thing and make that so that it's not considered canon. It's just kind of wild that this is the era that we're living in, but I love it.
So they're gonna wait. Hold on, I gotta rewind that. So they're gonna reshoot the.
That is what Delta and Kaiser told me. That's what they said on the show. They said that they're gonna go back and
the last people.
Well, yeah, it's basically that those last three aren't canon anymore. So they're gonna, I think, redo it again with like a new version of it, with the story that they want to tell. So like, I guess people, me included, I wasn't a fan of the ending, bro. It was kind of. How about yourself? Were you a fan of that ending?
It should have been a Jedi.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, the Palpatine as a Skywalker, I'm just I was not rocking with that at all. Yeah. But that's a good segue into the next convo, because we want to talk about the whole issue with the Mandalorian, with Gina getting removed from her role. What were your immediate thoughts on it?
Man, first of all, I kind of felt like it was kind of dumb on her part. Just because, the position that you're in, who pretty much you work for at this point in time. I know that she used to do UCF, right?
Right.
If I'm not mistaken. She used to do UCF. This is not that type of platform anymore where you kind of can just say and do and, film yourself doing whatever. So with Disney, the comments that she made, I mean, it offended a lot of people. I mean, it was only right that, something had to be done because, I mean, with the show as popular as The Mandalorian, you don't want your fan base to start, falling off because you have somebody who simply just can't keep certain things to themselves. Yeah, and like you said, like she was a popular character on the show, and it was messing up the bag because they had another spinoff with her in the works, and she had been warned, like, okay, you had incidents in the past that were similar to this. Like, let's just be smart about it and don't let anything else come out. And for her to kind of
and essentially kind of lose that from her prior comments, and then to double down on it and do this, like you said, just shows kind of a lack of awareness and foresight on her end. Like maybe she felt like because her character was so loved that they wouldn't do that. But I mean, I think we've even heard rumors, and I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but we've even heard rumors, whereas the guy actually playing Mando, since he wanted to take his mask off more, they kind of reduced his role. So like if there's rumors going out that they would do that to him, why would you think that your character is just kind of untouchable in terms of you losing a role of value like that in The Mandalorian? Now, one question I want to ask you, like Kaiser, right now we're talking about Gina being replaced. What were just like, if you could give some quick tidbits on what your thoughts on that was, like, what were your thoughts on that?
Oh yeah, I've been seeing that for a while, buzzing around the internet about her being let go from the Mandalorian. I mean, I get it. I understand why they let her go. It sucks because like a lot of people are hyped. A lot of people did really like the character. I think. But like someone said, when you work for a company, especially one like Disney, and they have a brand that they're trying to protect and uplift and keep, up with, you got to be on your P's and Q's. You can't just be out here saying all kind of craziness. And a lot of people's like, oh, well, freedom of speech. That's true. But if you work for if you at a job, you work for a job or you work for a company, and they want you to, appear a certain way, you can't just be out here saying anything reckless, especially when you're attached to a certain brand. Disney is a $1 billion brand. Disney at all costs wants their name and their image to always stay squeaky clean. So, to everybody who's saying, oh, they shouldn't let her go. I mean, what would you do if you had someone saying reckless things and they're a part of your image? You wouldn't. That's not good business.
Yeah, just as a business owner in general, you're just gonna do that. And we've seen that crossover, and it's funny that, and not to make this isn't political or anything like that, but they weren't saying that when Colin Kaepernick was voicing his stuff out on that. It wasn't freedom of speech then. So it plays both ways in that sense for that. Like you said, you're representing a brand, and it doesn't just extend to her just saying things like that on her social media. They did the same thing with James Gunn. Remember they fired James Gunn for him having tweets and stuff from like a long time ago. Like they brought him back, but they still did it. They still will. Like if somebody were to make any kind of negative publicity, like you said, for Disney, whatever company it is, right? They're going to remove him. If it was Luke Skywalker doing this, they would have been like, all right, Mark Hamill, like, we're about to recast somebody else, or we're going to write you out. And of course, people will be upset. But at the end of the day, like you said, they have to protect their brand. And that's what they're just going to do. And I mean, when you're talking about Disney, you're talking, like you said, a family oriented company. They have people who, may have been sensitive to some of the things that she said. You're talking about the things that she said. I don't want this to get flagged, but everybody watching, you guys know what she said. If you don't, just do a quick Google search. Like there's people that has offended, right? And there might be people who belong to that community that may work for Disney. I'm pretty sure they do. And there are a lot of higher up people that do not play that. I mean, even when you think about like the Kevin Hart thing, what happened with him when he had his comments and why he was pulled from the Grammys, there were people that worked under him and for him that were offended by those comments too. T. Will, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say that, Walt Disney himself might have been offended by her comments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do have now. I think what Taurus is alluding to is they do have a murky history when it comes to stereotypes and stuff like that. But we are removed from that era. But I think T. Will makes a good point too. He might have been offended as well. But it just like she wasn't as big of a level character to me, just me personally, to where it's like, oh, we can't like recast her or replace her or switch her out with someone else. Like to me, it would be different if this was like Robert Downey Jr., right? Or if this was like Chris Evans. All right, yeah, that's a hard sell. But this is the same company that told Edward Norton, nah, we're good. Like we having issues with you playing the Hulk and with our directors. Nah, we just gonna go and grab somebody else. And Edward Norton is not a scrub actor. Like, so this has been a company that has no problem with moving on from bigger names and moving on from people that have had, similar situations where they've caused stirs on social media and have been let go. So in terms of the character itself, I asked both of y'all, should they recast her? And if they do recast her, should they also still continue with like her solo series?
You want to go first, T. Will, or you want me to go?
You go ahead.
I feel like honestly, I feel like they should probably like. I feel like you could recast her, but it's not gonna be the same, especially with the character. So it's like a tricky thing. Like, should they recast her or not? I feel like honestly, at this point, I just cancel the spinoff series and just go ahead and like kill the character off and just be done with it. I mean, that's just me personally, because I feel like it'd just be too much effort to go through the whole process of like basically trying to recast this character, and then who knows how far along they got into shooting for her spinoff series. You feel me? So that means that you got. So that means that you got to basically go through and throw out all that image, all that money wasted, and then come in, hire somebody else, pay them, reset, reshoot, and all that good stuff. So I feel like honestly, I just kill the character off and like just cancel the series and call it a day.
So yeah, I think her series was canceled. I think like when she did it, she had that outburst before this one. They were gonna do it, and then she had that, and they just took it off the table. T. Will, what are your thoughts on it?
I'm kind of thinking, kind of along the lines of Kazuya. Like I would kill the character off, but like almost recast a little bit in the same sense. And what I mean by that is like get another strong female lead to kind of step in and fill that part there.
Hello, what did y'all say?
All good.
Yo, what up? What's up, bro?
What's going on?
What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
I would probably just kill her on off and then like recast like a strong female lead to kind of step in and kind of take like the rough and tough female role from there forward and kind of
you know who they can replace her with?
Who you think they should replace her with?
Ronda
Rousey?
Yeah,
Ronda Rousey?
May as well. She the only one that like that same type of woman,
physique.
Like that same type of woman, and like has shown interest in acting. Like what I'm saying. Like go ahead and just if you don't even have to kill off the character. Just insert her in there. Y'all do that for everything else. Like there you go.
That is real. They do that. They they used to be savage about it back in the 90s too. It's like this is not the same actress. She don't even look like her.
Right.
This isn't even. This person was white before. Now they black. Now this person was black before.
Hit him with the Aunt Viv.
Yeah, Aunt Viv. Like okay, now y'all just all right. We just supposed to act like this. Just
bro. Hey, that's how, bro. Terrence Howard was in the first Iron Man, and the next thing you know, Terrence Howard.
Oh, come on, man.
Then it was Don Cheadle. Two people that look
man.
Nothing alike, and nobody said this is War Machine from a different universe. It was just this is War Machine. They could definitely do that.
Man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
But Delta, go ahead, Kaja.
But see, the thing about that one though is like he only appeared in like that one movie. So I mean. You didn't really get attached to him. I feel like with this one is different. Like, I mean, it's more along the line of the Aunt Viv situation.
I had to disagree.
Aunt Viv, I see it.
I mean, it's
she was only in what 4 episodes?
Who Aunt Viv or the
No, I'm talking about Gina Carano.
Nah, she was in the first season and second season.
Yeah, but she was only in 4 episodes total.
For real?
Bro, she was only in 4 episodes. She was in 2. She was in 2 in the first season, and 2 in the she might have been 3 in the first season and 2 in this one.
Right, but she was a major character.
It's only 8 episodes per season.
She was a major character, though. She was a major character.
I mean, that's a lot of episodes for it, or be 8 episodes.
It's like I probably put her slightly above.
Man, they did Aunt Viv way dirtier, bro. She had what 3 seasons, the first 3 seasons, and they're like, oh nah, we don't want you no more. You know what I'm saying? They can do it to her too. They fired her, so they can at least replace her. They don't have to kill the character. That's my thing. You don't have to kill the character for that.
Man,
what is
her character?
Because I know you and Delta know way more than I do, and T. Will might know too. But what's the significance of her character? Is she like a huge character in the Star Wars universe, or is she just popular?
She's go ahead.
Well, I don't know. I thought they were original characters. I thought her and Mando were like original characters.
They are original characters, but my thing is you talking about they tell the same type of stories throughout, right? So she's like, I want to say, she's not Han Solo level, but she's that type of character. You know what I mean? The rough on the edges, you know, character that somebody can call on to do this and do that. You know, like a hired gun almost, but not a hired gun.
With the smart
Like
port,
she was, like for example, like she was like living like this outlaw life, and now she's like, you know, a fucking sheriff or whatnot now in the galaxy. Like, and that's basically what Han Solo did. He was like outlaw, then he became like, you know, General Solo. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what type of character her character is. Like an outlaw who becomes good, and you know, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean?
Which I mean, that sounds like a dope story. So maybe they should just recast her, man. I don't think it's a problem. Like I think like some people will be like, all right, man, I don't know how I feel about this, but until you actually let it come out and let it play out, then you can get a valid reaction. Of course, you're gonna get pushback initially, right? Like Joaquin Phoenix got pushback when he tried to do the Joker. Everybody was like, man, I don't want to see it unless
I knew he was gonna do a good job of that though. I only one I had a problem with Jared Leto. That was the one I was like,
I was ready to tear Ben Affleck the new one because I was like, he's gonna be trash as Batman. And I'm not saying that he was top tier Batman, but he was way better. He was way better than I thought. And I could say the same about the kid from Twilight, right? Like Robert Pattinson. I was like, nah, bro, that's a bad thing. But then the trailer drops and it's like, oh, he might be straight.
Yeah, hey, no, that trailer looked crazy.
I ain't gonna
crazy
because of how he did in Twilight. Just because he was so dark in Twilight.
Well, it's a dark movie though. They have no scenes where there is sunshine. None, not one.
But it was like Twilight is like it. I get where you're coming from, but it's like it was like a teenage romance. Like it kind of has some soft undertones to it. So it's like it's almost like not necessarily like you're taking Justin Timberlake, but it's like the equivalent of the actor Justin Timberlake playing Batman. And it's like you kind of on some like lovey-dovey, you know, Disney Mickey Mouse Club kind of character. Like I don't know if I can buy you.
Okay. This is why. Okay. Let me give you a good example. Right? Y'all ever seen Shaft? Right?
Yeah.
Y'all know who Peoples is, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You know who the guy is who played Peoples is, right?
Yeah.
Jeffrey Wright.
Right.
When you say his ability to play multiple types of characters is very good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he could be black, he could be Hispanic, he can play anything.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, we're just talking about like this is ability to bring characters to life.
Yeah, he's not gonna get typecast. Nah.
I'm gonna give you that opportunity. Whoever you are, I'm gonna give you that opportunity.
And I think Rob is. I'm not a Rob hater because I did just watch Tenet too, and I saw him. He was dope in that too. But go ahead.
We have other film for real on Ben Affleck. We knew what type of characters he can try to bring to life, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't really have that on Robert Pattinson. So I'm like, let him play it, and we'll see. You know what I mean? Then we can judge from there. So that's why I really don't have a problem with him. Now, like when you were talking about the Joker, Joaquin Phoenix, man, he done brought some characters to life.
Yeah,
Jared Leto, I wasn't
straight, bro. I might not be a fan of his Joker, but him as an actor, that boy can act. Like
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
that joint with Denzel, that thing he just did, the little things with Denzel, like he's scary, bro. Like Jared Leto would terrify me. Like that's why he's a scarier Joker. Like he's not necessarily the best, but he might look like the scariest. Like, nah, I wouldn't want to be caught. Like if he was wearing that on set,
he remind me of the animated version of Joker. from
Right.
back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That's who he remind me of. But I'm just
But
talking
cold
about
is
to screen. Like, okay, so we looking at Heath Ledger, bro. I remember watching Heath Ledger as a kid, bro, and all the little teen movies and whatnot, you know, growing up. And I was like,
that's
Heath
facts.
Ledger as a
I
Joker.
remember that. You're
And then
right
I
about
watched
that.
the Joker, and I was like,
People was looking like people did say that before he was in the movie because he had Knight's Tale. It was a very similar thing, like you said. Yeah, you real. That's real to Robert Pattinson because it was like before that he hadn't really done anything like that. We had never seen that from him.
Yeah,
that's real.
Yeah, and that's all I was saying. Like, Pattinson, I'm gonna give him this chance because especially after seeing that trailer. Jeffrey Wright is playing Commissioner Gordon. If they put him on there, it's about to be a crazy performance, bro. Like, I know it's about to be a crazy performance because he don't just work with anybody, bro. Think about that. Even when he was playing Peoples, look who he was playing with. He's playing with Samuel, bro.
Right.
Like, he don't just act with just anybody.
Samuel would just act with anybody, but he won't. Yeah, you're right.
No, he won't though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just look at his movies, bro.
Yeah,
his body of work. He don't just act with anybody.
Nah, that's real. No, I think that the new Batman is gonna be dope. I was just saying that was my initial gut check like reaction because it was the same for him and Affleck for me, right? Like you said, we've seen Ben Affleck do a number of things. I think that I thought that he was great in The Town, and he's been great in some movies, but he kind of had.
That's him as Phantom. Part of him, though.
The Town
is he's from Boston, bro. That's a part of him. That was like second nature to him. That was like who he was. That's not to me. That's like me being in a movie and playing a dude from Cincinnati, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's like Trey being in a movie and playing somebody from Duval. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I get it. I think he's all right though. He's not like. I think what it was the stigma that he played Daredevil and Phantom, and those were like two of the sorriest comic book movies, bro. I think that's what it was. So like when people saying Ben Affleck, it was like what? Like it's not as bad as when Ryan Reynolds did Deadpool, but Ryan Reynolds had to make fun of himself for his performance in Green Lantern and Deadpool.
Man, stop hating on Green Lantern, man. I love that Green Lantern movie.
It wouldn't even. I would say that like right now, Ryan Reynolds did an excellent job in Green Lantern. It wasn't his fault. It was more or less the direction they tried to take.
CGI. Exactly. Yeah, no, it was the people. It was the direction of the executive producers and the director that messed up that movie.
Ryan Reynolds actually nailed Hal Jordan spot on. Like,
yes,
I like his personality. Like, I feel like he brought that to life for real.
Yeah, right.
He put a spin on Green Lantern that we had never seen, and I liked it, bro. I liked it.
Do y'all think that they're gonna redo the Green Lantern?
They should.
They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to because nobody liked it.
They've been talking about that since they said Common was gonna be the next Green Lantern.
It's gonna be Michael B. Jordan being Michael B. Jordan as the Green Lantern.
You don't need. All right. All right. Hold on, man.
He doesn't like Michael B. Jordan.
He don't like Michael B. Jordan though.
It's just like
as an actor.
Like you with Ben Affleck.
I'm gonna just say this with Michael B. Jordan. I feel like if you've ever watched a role that he plays, he just plays the same role in different situations.
The only thing, I give him. Trey is actually on to something with that. But one thing I will say is Killmonger was the truth, though. Killmonger was one of the best.
How are Killmonger and Apollo Creed's son the same character, bro? You gotta explain that to me.
Different on, but like if he's saying like
everything else,
Station, you take him out of.
How is Fruitvale Station and Killmonger the same person?
No, I'm saying if you take Killmonger out of his collection,
okay.
Like
so okay. So how is Apollo Creed's son and the guy from Fruitvale Station the same? Because I thought he played the hell out of that.
Bro,
I love Fruitvale Station. One of my favorite movies.
I hate to even bring this up, but like when he got shot, it was like, bro, I got a daughter, bro. like that brought tears in my eyes, bro. Real shit, bro.
Hey, we tried too, but he did not have a West Coast accent when he said any of
I
this.
mean, hey, look. Hey, everybody can't have the West Coast accent, cuz. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
everybody can't.
Our guy Franklin Saint can.
Bruh.
He's from
Bruh.
UK.
Bruh, this is the thing though, bruh. It's okay. Let me put it to you like
I'm
this.
ready to talk about Snowfall on this channel. We could bring that into this too, but go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, okay, so when you trying to talk in an American accent, right?
Right.
As a Brit, this is what I hear most British people say when you're trying to talk in an American accent. They said the proper ones are the easiest ones to learn. So, in a California accent is much easier to learn than say a Southern accent.
I can see that. I mean, yeah, I can see it. I still think it's tough though, because like I didn't even know, like, bro, when I found out that he wasn't from California, I was like, how did he learn how to talk like that? Because it's like crazy. Like not only him, like All American dude from All American, because it's like it's not as hard, I think, like you're saying, as the South. I think that the South is definitely takes more talent, but I think with the West Coast one, that's still like a weird one to get. It's like I can't even describe it,
bro. You know how they be talking. That's like, yeah, what up, cuz? Let me get that $5 real quick, cuz.
But it's like, but it's like different though. It's like the way that Franklin Saint talks. It's like, yeah, he's from Compton, but it's not over the top. It's just like a realistic version of somebody from there, bro. It's not like over the top.
You know what I'm saying? I like Franklin Saint.
But the key point is Michael B. Jordan didn't use an accent. That's what we was talking about. Michael B. Jordan did not use. He has the same voice in all of those movies.
He even had the same voice in The Wire.
He had the same voice in The Wire too. So like, I feel you on that.
This is me, yo.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he's definitely got some work to do. I felt like Killmonger was his best role. Like that was the one where I was like, okay, and like how they went into it and said like he even was inspired, like his armor or whatever was inspired by Vegeta. I thought that was dope. Beautiful. I was like, man, I didn't even catch that.
Beautiful.
Like that was dope for me. But getting back to the trailer, Delta, I know that you have seen the trailer yourself for Justice League. For the Snyder cut. You've seen that. What were your thoughts on the Justice League Snyder cut trailer from what you saw? Delta.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Okay. I ain't gonna try to get into a crazy deep dive because y'all already been live for 30 minutes. So I'm just gonna be like this. They should have just waited until whatever family issues which Zack Snyder had blew over or were done and behind him, and then made the movie. It would have been worth it. Right. This movie has come full circle because they had him working on the movie. He left the movie. They redid from a directional standpoint with another movie. Put the movie out. People hated it. They released a look into the Snyder cut. Then they basically redid the movie. Now the movie's coming out on HBO Max on a streaming platform service that they just started, and it's really honestly HBO Max, who's owned by Warner Brothers and who owns DC, are now starting to blow Disney Plus out of the water, at least for a little bit, and they're not charging nobody for it. You said, well,
no, Disney Plus got it right now.
Nah, bro. They releasing movies for free on there, like Wonder Woman being on HBO Max for free.
Okay, time out. When we say
subscribers,
when we saying blown out, are we talking numbers? Or are we talking like what they're offering versus what Disney Plus is offering?
What I'm talking about, what they're offering just for the movie, from a movie standpoint, not like the Mandalorian and things like that. I'm just talking about from a movie standpoint, and then subscribers based on you releasing that movie.
True, that's true.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah,
and that's all I'm talking about.
It definitely HBO Max. I think, like you said, they definitely are doing some groundbreaking things that we haven't seen. like Disney Plus is doing that, but they're not doing it for free, right?
No,
So
they're not doing it for free.
and Mulan
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm
you
still
still
mad with that
gotta
whole
pay.
Mulan thing. I'm still
Yeah,
mad with that
like
whole
they
Mulan
might,
thing.
but
I was pissed
technically,
about that.
if HBO forces their hand, it's nothing for them to start like
Yeah,
dropping.
but I'm saying though that's what they need. See, that's what needs to happen. In turn, when you talk about competition, bro, HBO Max doing what they're doing is going to force them to take away that paywall, Disney Plus to take away that paywall for movies being released, because HBO said any content that we have coming in reference to movies is getting released on HBO Max. Because right now, a lot of movie theaters are not open. They have to get that content out there. And what they're looking at is from a number standpoint is like this. Okay, so if we can get these $14.99 subscriptions per month from 1 million, 2 million subscribers versus people going to the movie theater, we'll take that right now because we're not gonna get any money from the movie theater.
That's facts. But I say that to say this: Disney Plus doesn't have that problem because they do have a Mandalorian. They still are getting money from the people that they had there. Warner Brothers and HBO, I probably should more so say Warner Brothers, their money stopped. They had to find a platform to put their stuff on because they solely were relying on movie theaters. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, in terms of the movies, the movie
Right.
part, yes.
Exactly.
But we gonna see the split. We gonna see what really happened in March though, because that's when the big release is gonna start coming.
Yeah, that's when March through July. That's when we gonna really
What's
see.
really gonna tell us is if they release the Black Widow on Disney Plus. That's the big debate going on right now because Kevin Feige is fighting them from doing this whole hybrid release. He still wants it to release in theaters, but obviously with C-19 right now, that's not possible. So we're gonna have to see what that does. But I do love what HBO Max is doing. I love that they
make the competition be real competition. That's all I'm saying.
I also think part of it is Warner Brothers had to throw up a Hail Mary because they weren't getting the returns that they wanted from the DC brand. And it was reported like before all of this, if you notice, there's a huge push by DC. Like when we did Fandom, there's games, there's movies, there's HBO Max, there's all of this because it was being reported like after movies weren't performing that they were thinking about selling DC to something else. And so like this is kind of Warner Brothers' last push to try to be like, all right, we got to milk this and push this as far as we can because if not, we're going to have to sell this to somebody else that can manage it. And I think that's why we're seeing a lot of this stuff because they have to give their core fan base what they want. Everybody wanted the Snyder Cut from the DC side. Like they should have got that 5 years ago. Like people been talking about that for a while. So I think that's what they're trying to do is right this thing by doing that. And I think that's why we're getting this overload of all of these games. And I think that is dope. I'm not a huge DC fan myself because my allegiance is to Marvel. But I can appreciate what they're doing with all the games. Kill the Justice League. Like, bruh, that is Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. We previewed the games that they doing with all the Batman characters, all the stuff.
What's the Arkham Knights? Is that what it's called?
Right. Yeah. They doing their thing right now. And like I don't have a problem giving them their flowers. Like some people are like, oh, you supposed to be MCU to the death, but I see what they're trying to do, and I'm not faulting them for it because it's like you gotta serve your fan base. You got to do things different. I think one missed opportunity was they tried to pitch them that they should start like a dark division after that Joker movie. I think they should have stopped trying to compete with the same type of movies that the MCU is putting out and give them the darker, grimier Joker-like movies because those are what DC, in my opinion, when you talk about the big
DC
screen,
comics,
that's what it was built off of. Like when we talk about the Christopher Nolan series, that's not a family-like picture. Like I'm not gonna bring my kid in and be like, hey, let's watch The Dark Knight. Like, nah. Like,
and Dark Knight did just as good as a lot of Marvel movies, bro.
It's just as good. So for me, like, I feel like this is like the Hail Mary thing, and I like it because I always felt like even before C-19, this is where stuff was trending to because it's like nobody wants to go to the movies. Like, bro, I got a whole family. It's like $80 for me to go to the movies. Facts. I don't want to go to the movies and spend all of that money when I can jump on some platform and stream it for free. So like,
Right.
it had
And I
to
got a 70-inch TV. Like, come on, I ain't buy this for no reason.
Not a whole bunch of people anyway like that. Like, I'd rather just be able to watch it from the comfort of my home
Facts.
with my family, with my peoples, be able to eat my own food. Like, I ain't gotta worry. Like, it's more convenient that way. And they tried Movie Pass, they tried all of these other things, but this was the smartest way to do it.
Change
But
the
you know
business
who-
model. You got
but you know
to
who
make
kinda
them
turned
change
it
the
this
business
way?
model. Go
You know
ahead.
who kind of turned it up like this?
What's up?
Netflix.
Netflix changed the whole game. Netflix, when they came in with when they went straight to streaming,
Yeah,
that completely changed the whole
they
game.
changed the game.
And like
Yeah,
this,
yeah. They changed the game for real. Period.
this
Like,
counter was we
Right.
keeping all of our content to ourselves. We pulling it from everywhere. So if you want to come and see our content, you gotta go.
and
to
then they
this.
changed it again when they start coming out with original content or content that they purchased to make for other people. They was
Right.
putting it all at one time on the platform. Boom.
Yeah.
When
But
they
if
did
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie,
that,
they pushed all their money in the middle of the table on that bet though.
yeah,
They was losing
you
money.
gotta
at first.
change. You gotta change the business model though,
Only
because like Ox said, bro, it cost me way too much to go to the movies.
thing-
Now I'm gonna start pirating your stuff. I'm gonna start
or I'm
bootlegging
gonna
your
pick
stuff,
which ones I go to see. I might go see
right?
this,
Or I'm
might
gonna
not
wait
go
till it come out on DVD.
I might pirate that. I might go and see this. I might not want to see that. Like I
Or
look
I
at
might wait till it come out on DVD. Now, when I wait till it come out on DVD, you done missed out on my money from the what's the name? I just waited till it came out. Now, so you making less money off of me.
I don't even watch DVDs, bro. I took all of mine, and I'm gonna probably regret this 20 years from now. But I took all of mine to like the pawn shop and was like, bro, give me $1 for all of them. Like I don't need these anymore. Cause like I get a scratch on it, I can't watch it. It's gonna mess up. I gotta get up and put the disc in. Like
I still buy Blu-rays. I'm not gonna lie. I still buy
my
Blu-rays.
Blu-rays, yeah. But
Yeah.
for me, it's just I done went all in on like the streaming life completely. Like it's just way more convenient. Like before, I'm not gonna be ashamed to say this on here. I used to download stuff. Like I don't do that. Like who wants to wait like 2 hours for a download? And then I gotta put it on. Like I don't want to do all of that. I just want to be able to turn on my TV, turn on my app, and press play. I don't need. I don't have to remember to put it in a recycling bin. I don't have like. I don't want to do any of that. That's what makes it like so dope.
Right. Change the business model. But let me finish. Okay, I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna go ahead and finish what I was saying about this Zack Snyder cut.
Okay.
This is what we should have got, and this is what I was talking about. Because before the plot line looks scattered, like it wasn't
cohesive.
Yeah, cohesive. And now I see this is like this is the product that we should have got. Y'all should have waited. It would have been worth that because this might have catapulted. This might have been y'all Avengers. This might have catapulted y'all DC universe. Cinematic universe. Like. This is what I was looking for, and everybody who's seen the Snyder cut feels the same way, basically.
I think so. So for me, I think that they was always trying to compete with Marvel, and that caused them to rush a lot of stuff. Like this movie was completely rushed. They never laid the groundwork. We didn't even get a Flash movie. We didn't get a Cyborg movie. We didn't get
Still ain't got a Flash movie.
Like
still ain't got a Flash movie.
Green Lantern wasn't in this. He hasn't even been introduced. It was just like they were just like, let's compete with the Avengers. Let's just throw this out. And it was just a mess, bro. It was a mess. Like nobody's stories got explained. They just popped up. Go ahead, T. Will.
Well, what I was gonna say is I think they was trying to compete with like Endgame and all that. But if you really think about it, if they would have dropped like right now, if they would have had all this shit like planned right, like you know what I'm saying, back to back to back to back, they would be like literally 2020.
Right.
From 2020
right.
If the bitches would have been dropping boom, 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 bro, y'all would be eating the game up because
Marvel's not dropping nothing.
Marvel
they about to though. They about to drop
now.
Justice League now. That's actually smart though, because now it's all eyes. People can't go to the theaters. People can't do that. So now you getting the Snyder cut from home. Like that's crazy. It's crazy that they're gonna give it for free. So I guess I don't know how the subscriptions and stuff like that work, but it's crazy that now that they are dropping it, because it is that situation. Marvel ain't dropping nothing outside of TV shows.
Right.
And it's like everybody gonna watch that Snyder Cut movie, bro.
Because right now Disney's focus is on Star Wars right now.
Yeah, it's on Star Wars. It's actually shifting towards the Marvel stuff now because we got
because it's about to be the summertime or whatnot.
Yeah, like we've been waiting for WandaVision for a minute. They actually went with the Star Wars stuff first, and they also, like you said, they've announced the Ahsoka series and stuff like that. But you got to remember, we got 2 seasons of Mando before we even got anything MCU. Like, we didn't even get the animated spinoff, like What If shows or none of that. So like we just now are finally getting that stuff. But it's just that's why to me Disney Plus you can't ever end them because they got Star Wars.
Oh, I wasn't saying trying to end them. I'm just saying for this business model,
right?
They are blowing them out the water for this business model that they're using. Right. I'm saying they're going to have to force them. Okay, let me give you an example. Walmart until let's say 5 years ago, Walmart was the biggest company around. Before Amazon, right?
Right.
Amazon's 2-day shipping. This is the shipping model. The shipping model caused Walmart to change their shipping policies to 2-day shipping or store pickup. That's all I'm saying. They just forcing the business model to change.
No, I get it,
and that's all I'm saying. But
technically, they've done that business model. They just charge for it. Like so, we've got Mulan, right, which was supposed to be in theaters and stuff like that, but wasn't, and they released it on their platform. The only thing is they put a paywall up in front of it.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
They adapted your business model of hey, let's move away from the theaters and do direct to release, but they just charge for it versus Warner Brothers. Like we're just like, you're gonna get this for free.
Right.
Now, the thing that you gotta remember is Warner Brothers, it was said that who's the dude that directed the Batman movies? And he does a lot of work over there at Warner Brothers.
Christopher Nolan, he don't want them to do that.
He don't want to, he left them because he said their platform, he said that they have the worst platform from a technical perspective. He was like, I don't want to release anything on there because from a software standpoint, it's not on the level of a Netflix or a Disney.
It's not, but it's got a lot of content, bro. Like I've watched a lot of stuff on there lately. I'll be sending y'all like, yo, this on HBO Max. I'll send it to Trey like, yo, bro, this on HBO Max. Like, you know what I mean? Like they got a ton of content.
Gilmore on HBO Max last night.
Huh?
I watched Happy Gilmore on HBO Max last night.
Hey yo, I'm finna slide off. I gotta go.
Okay. But yeah, we probably gonna wrap it up anyway. But thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. We're gonna be coming with more videos. Obviously, we got WandaVision coming Friday, so we'll give our collected thoughts on that. So we'll probably drop something this weekend or something like that. We appreciate you guys.
How long is the episode this week for WandaVision? You said 38 minutes.
38 minutes. Yeah, it's officially came out. Well, I think officially 38 minutes.
Is that the last episode?
Nah, that's not the last.
Okay.
Okay.
Three more?
Yeah, we got 3 more.
We getting 10. So we getting 10 episodes from
now.
I don't think so. I think it's
nine. Okay.
9. So the last one is supposed to, I think, appear early March or something like that. Like so it's supposed to be like March 5th or something like that. So yeah, we'll definitely be talking about all of that. And I mean, there's no content that we can't talk about here. So we appreciate you guys for listening to the Content Blurs, and we will see you guys next time.